Most people believe that lying is something we do to others, but, the most powerful lies are actually the ones we tell ourselves every day, quietly, without even noticing. These lies are subtle, they feel rational, wise and safe, which is why they are just so effective. The first common lie is, I am waiting for the right moment. You convince yourself that timing isn't perfect, that clarity hasn't come, or that circumstances are not ideal. But deep inside, you already know what decision you should make. Waiting isn't strategy, it's avoidance. Imagine you've been postponing a personal project for months, telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow, while every day the opportunity slips away, and your discomfort just grows. The second lie is, I'm being realistic. You tell yourself that your dreams are impossible, that the world is too competitive, and that practicality is the only way to survive. But, honestly, realism often disguises fear. It's easier to say something is impossible than to discover you were capable all along. Think of someone who wanted to start a business but convinced themselves the market was just too crowded. Months pass and the regret quietly builds, while the lie keeps them safe. Another lie is about people. You stay in relationships, routines, and jobs you've outgrown, telling yourself they are good enough. You normalize frustration, excuse discomfort, and say, everyone feels this way. But familiarity is not safety, and comfort is not happiness. Every day you tolerate small irritations, you defer your ambitions, and you ignore that subtle voice inside that asks for change. Another lie people tell themselves is, I'll wait until I feel motivated. Motivation is rarely the starting point, it is often the reward. We wait for a burst of inspiration, confidence, or courage before acting. But the truth is, action comes first, and clarity and motivation follow. Imagine someone wants to start exercising but tells themselves, I'll begin when I feel ready. Days turn into weeks, and weeks into months. Each day the lie whispers, you're not ready yet, tomorrow will be better. But honestly, tomorrow rarely comes as planned. Action, even a small one, is what breaks the lie. Taking the first step, however small, creates momentum, and suddenly the impossible seems possible. We also lie when we say, I don't care what others think. Most of us do care. Fear of judgment, rejection, or embarrassment influences countless decisions every day. Think of moments when you stayed silent in a meeting, avoided asking a question, or refrained from sharing a creative idea. Here are 3 real-life scenarios where these lies dominate. Work-life comfort. You stay in a job that pays the bills but drains your energy, telling yourself, it's fine, I'll look for something else later. The lie creates safety, but the cost is lost time and passion. Relationships. You continue in friendships or romantic relationships that no longer serve you because they're still good people or it's complicated. Each day, small compromises accumulate into a pattern of unhappiness. Personal growth. You postpone learning, creating, or taking risks because I'm not ready or I'll do it next year. The lie quiets your ambition, yet the desire persists quietly inside. The mind's primary job is to protect you, to keep you safe, but safety often means repetition, stagnation, and avoidance. The same routines, the same excuses, and the same false comfort gradually consume life energy. Awareness is the first crack in this illusion. When you notice the lies you tell yourself, you create an opening for change. Now, let's explore the lies we tell ourselves about failure and mistakes. One of the most common is, I'm not ready because I might fail. Failure is uncomfortable, embarrassing, and often unpredictable, so our mind convinces us that inaction is safer than risk. Consider Sarah, who wanted to present her idea at work but held back. She told herself, I'll wait until I'm fully prepared. Days turned into weeks. When she finally presented, she realized she had overestimated the risks. Her idea was well received, and colleagues even added suggestions that improved it. The lie kept her trapped longer than necessary. Another frequent lie is, I'm different from successful people, I can't do what they do. This comparison creates a sense of inadequacy. But the truth is, the only difference between a successful person and someone who hasn't started is the small actions taken consistently over time. Growth is cumulative. Each small step, each tiny decision, adds up faster than we think. We also lie to ourselves about our habits. I'll start tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll be better next month. These statements feel harmless, but in reality, they are silent thieves of time. They delay personal growth, create frustration, and normalize procrastination. Imagine a student who says, "I'll study tomorrow," day after day. The exam approaches, and panic sets in. The lie has stolen months of preparation quietly. Emotions often dictate these lies. We prioritize comfort, pleasure, and avoidance over growth. That feeling of unease? That's the signal your mind is lying to you. Comfort feels safe, but it is also invisible chains. The challenge, discomfort, and small risks are what expand your potential. Finally, we lie about understanding ourselves. "I know what I want," we say. But when was the last time you examined your true desires versus the desires imposed by society, friends, or family? How often do we confuse conformity with clarity? The mind loves certainty, even if it is false certainty. Recognizing your true motivations is uncomfortable, but it is the foundation for real change. Let's continue with more lies that shape our lives in hidden ways. One of the most subtle is, "I don't have enough time." We convince ourselves that there will be more time tomorrow, next week, or next year. But time is always passing. Every minute spent justifying inaction is a minute we can never get back. Consider James, a young professional who always wanted to learn a new language. He kept saying, "I'll start when I have free time." Months passed. One day he realized a year had gone by and he hadn't started. The lie "I don't have enough time" quietly controlled his life, keeping him stuck in comfort. Another pervasive lie is, "I'm too tired, I'll rest first." Fatigue is real, but often it is a mental barrier more than a physical one. Small actions break this lie. A 5-minute walk, reading one paragraph, or making one phone call can trigger momentum. Action reduces the sense of fatigue and proves to your mind that progress is possible. Many of us lie to ourselves about our potential. "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be able to do that." These thoughts feel like truths, but they are mental chains built over years of comparison and doubt. Think about a student who avoids public speaking because of fear of humiliation, yet inside knows they have important ideas. Every skipped opportunity reinforces the lie. Every small act of courage breaks it. Let's talk about relationships. Many lie about their feelings. "I'm fine with this," or "It's not a big deal." But ignoring discomfort, resentment, or misalignment with others slowly erodes emotional health. Small concessions add up. One unspoken truth, one avoided conversation, one ignored boundary. The cumulative effect is a life where your choices are guided by fear of conflict rather than by genuine desire. Now, imagine combining all these lies: waiting, avoiding discomfort, fearing judgment, postponing growth, underestimating your potential, all together form a pattern of silent sabotage. Most people don't see it because the lies are comfortable, but the cost is high: lost time, missed opportunities, unrealized potential, and regret. The key is awareness. Recognize each lie as it appears. Ask yourself, am I telling myself this to feel safe or to grow? Reflection is not enough. You must act. Start small. Commit to one action today that feels uncomfortable. Speak one truth you've been avoiding. Take one step toward a goal you've delayed. The mind may resist, but consistency beats resistance. Each honest action weakens the lies. Each small victory builds confidence. Each moment of courage multiplies, creating momentum that can change the trajectory of your life. By observing these patterns, you begin to see your life clearly. You see where comfort has been mistaken for wisdom, where fear disguised itself as logic, and where inaction masqueraded as strategy. Awareness gives you a choice: continue living under invisible chains or take deliberate steps toward authenticity, growth, and fulfillment. If you found yourself recognizing even one of these lies in your own life, it's time to take action. Don't let another day pass in silence, in comfort, or under invisible chains. Start small, take one honest step today, and watch how momentum changes everything. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new insight. Share this with someone who might need it, because real change starts with awareness, and awareness spreads through action. Remember, your mind may try to protect you with lies, but you have the power to act, grow, and live authentically.